Hi everybody, this is the next video titled Why You Should Contemplate Pursuing IAS. Well, very few jobs offers you immunity from attacks, acquisitions, and name calling and you know what I mean, and harassment at the job spaces. Well, harassment is a very vital phenomenon that is happening in every job space. Okay, if you were to join the Indian Administrative Services, you're free from this evil. Okay, no one would even dare to cross swords with you. Okay, because harassment is very predominantly present in the Indian environment. Okay, I have heard innumerable issues being aired by specifically by both women and men, name calling and stalking and so I just tell you this incident. Okay, this predominantly happens in a lot of colleges. Now if you were to join some private engineering colleges or private arts and science colleges, you will be working under a department head or a vice principal or things like that. Now, more too often, if you want to secure even 1 day medical leave, you would have to get the approval of these so-called vice principals and section heads or department head people. Because take the case, if you are a lecturer in this private engineering college, you will have to allocate or you will have to reschedule your classes or ask someone to substitute your classes, right? Substitute you for the times that you are missing. This also is pretty prevalent in among private schools, private educational schools, right? Now I tell you, this guy, if you are a woman, he is not going to be, and if you are a woman and this man has an eye on you, he's not going to let you off the hook like that. You follow me? So, the harassments that you will encounter, of course, many of the people who encounter harassments, both men and women, they don't really come out too much vocal on it, right? They don't represent the issues for the fear of being humiliated and the fear of job losses. Innumerable issues of women and men being harassed, women being harassed are taking place in job spaces, irrespective whether the space is a private engineering college or a private arts and science college or an international environment. Irrespective of that, harassment, both physiologically and psychologically, is very prevalent. You follow me? So I knew an issue where this guy used to give all his marking scripts to this so-called person. The moment she wants a leave or she wants to go on a study tour or she wants to go take up external marking from the university, she has to mark around 500 scripts that are to be done by this guy. Okay, he apparently is a vice principal, but he simply shells his work or pushes his work to this young lady. This is one form of harassment. However, there are several forms of harassment. I don't want to go in detail into all those things. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you are an IAS officer, would anybody ever try to even fiddle with you or subjugate you to any harassments? That's the end of the person. Okay, so that is the volatility of your position, which is IAS. Okay, now most of the times it is imperative that you understand this point in your life. Look, you have just one life, one opportunity. Okay, so how you want to lead your life, it all depends on what you achieve now. Okay, so your future always depends on your present, and your present depends on how well you have handled your past. So that is imperative that you need to understand. Because life never gives you a second chance. Remember that. There's just one chance. Whatever opportunities that are existing now is never going to be coming back to you again tomorrow. Because there is always another guy standing just an inch away from you, ready to grab all the opportunities that you fail to grab. So have that in mind. So the underlying point that you need to know here is harassments, issues, harassments both from the superiors as well as from the colleagues are very, very prevalent in middle tier positions. Remember that. Okay, and lower tier positions. So lower tier positions and middle tier positions are where the harassments are very prevalent. But people don't come out of, don't want to tell about those things. They don't want to talk about those things. They simply get baked deep inside. What can people do? Suppose you had to go report about your vice principal to your boss is going to fire you because he thinks vice principal is untouchable because he meets with the students, he speaks to their parents, so he is more indispensable to the boss who runs the college than you, right? Of course, you have a doctorate in engineering. You are important, fine, but they are not going to give you that voice. People always say, "Come out, come out, come out," but it's not easy to come out because the person who suffers the pain, he or she knows the pain really. It's not. It's easy to. It's very easy for people to say, "Oh, you need to be vociferous. Oh, you need to be audible. Oh, you need to be vocal." How is a person is going to be vocal when his or her job is on the firing line? How is it possible? At the end of the day, he has to put bread and butter on the table, right? For his children, for his family, for our children. How is it going to happen? If this tormenting were to be reported, definitely the reprimand or admonishing will be done only to the young lady or to the guy who brings up the issue. So that's a pathetic part of it. Okay. In case of men, the harassment will be different, right? He would be given extra workloads, or he would be asked to do jobs which are not pertaining to the job specification that he was employed. He would be name called. You follow me? So he wouldn't be allowed. You wouldn't even receive increments. When everybody are receiving increment, this increment would be stopped, saying that you did not perform well. They would cite KPIs, key performance indicators, saying that he didn't do his job well. Excuse me, he's been teaching all these days, and you are coming and telling that he didn't do his job well. If they want to pose excuses, they will pose countless excuses. Okay, because they are capable of doing it. So if you become an IAS officer, this is never going to happen to you. You follow what I'm saying because you are part of the bureaucracy. You're part of the bureaucratic bodies that run the country. So good people, it's been wonderful talking to you all. Have a wonderful night, and until we meet again, bye-bye.